Good day, welcome back to Khmer Green. Today is July 8th. For the fig grower in the northern part of the country like me, early July it should be the last day or deadline to evaluate our fig progress. If they will bear fruit on time or it will be a loss for the season. So let's get started on this side of the row and we're gonna go around, right? This is Olympian. I separated from the mother tree. It actually a part of the mother tree, but just get less root balls. And in the smaller part, it's a 5-gallon shot. But it's doing okay. It put out quite a few fig, and this for sure gonna ripe before September or in September. Next to it is I believe white Madeira number 1. Let me check the sign. Yeah, this is white Madeira number 1. I got separate from the mother tree also. It have a very nice shape, but very low vigor. Next to it is an unknown giant California. That's what I have been calling. It also have a very good size, very nice figlets. This might be ripe later in the season, but down here maybe late August or early August gonna be ripe because it have been stay on that side for a long time already. Okay, next to it is Corridon Blanc, separate from mother tree. Also, it have a few figlets early in the season, but it dropped, and now it has none. We'll finish with all the small part here, and then we move on to the bigger part that are quite impressive with production this year. This one is also 5-gallon Porocho Ramada. Very impressed with this tree. Not that healthy, but it heavy in producing. Quite a few fruit there. So this one is exciting also. This one is I258 that I was giving away, but I changed my mind. I keep it back, and now it's produced one figlet already, and that's gonna ripe, but late. But for sure it's going to ripe, and that's only it fruit. It produced this season only one there. I top it up so it can branch out. And for the rest of the part over here, almost all of it have no fruit yet because it first year tree, and for some reason it grow very slow. But this one is a QLS Novoa. It's not a it's from almost 2 season already, this one, and it's doesn't seem to fruit yet. Even I pinch earlier, maybe too early to pinch, I'm not sure, or maybe this tree just need to be more mature to fruit. No idea with this one. This just all first season tree, so it only focusing on growth. I top this one so it can branch out, and same thing with this Feather River, and the rest pretty much same thing, right? This is a Smith, my mother Smith, my mother tree Smith gone, and that's only I have here now. This season not gonna be any sweet for me to eat, but I have plenty over there, many more. And this from my Rudy cutting experiments, it put out figlet already, and it's maybe I'm sure this one going to ripe this season. This spike is only this size, but some variety it ripe quite faster than other. Moving along, now we go into the 10-gallon pot, right? The rest of the tree gonna be 10. My bar favorites I was impressed with it since the first season because I love big fig, and the variety it produced enormous size, and the color of the pulp is really nice. And I just taste it Breva. It's not that impressive, the flavor. I blame on rain because it's excessive with water, but the texture, the pulp, it's just one of the best, if it's not the best. And I couldn't wait for the main crop. Lower down here, quite a few of it. Not a few, 1, 2, 3, yeah, 3 notes that have double figlet there and there. Good, very good. Lower here, this branch, this branch, this branch, this branch. Every branch it produce fruit. It has figlet. Oh boy, even the smallest one here have figlet. Even smaller there too. Wow, this variety is very productive. It has fruit every note, and very good. This one excellent. Even make me like this variety even more. And in case if you wonder what are the organza bag that I put it on, and some I don't, because the one that I put it on is I was trying to do hand pollinate. So we'll see. I'll give you update later on in the season. The one that I pollinate, will it success, or will it have any flavor advantage over the one that not pollinate. And by the way, all of the trees that have the small bag on it, the organza bag on, they are all I do a hand pollinate. This is I-258 that I was pruning back, and it's so weaker when it put out new shoot. So when it's too weaker, it doesn't produce much of fruit. I get only a few on very end of the tip, and it's so much of the wood down there that doesn't produce any fruit. So 3, also 3, also 3. So only a few figlet only can put out. Same thing with this branch, but this one is a much better one, lower there. Still have a smaller fruit. And I can guarantee you all of the fruit here, even this side, for I-258, it's going to ripe it. And this might be ripe in late September or about October, no later than October. But by then it's getting cool already. But again, I-258 last season, despite it cool, nice, whatever, it still produced it still ripe its fruit just fine, and it tastes quite good. This one also I-258 seem to be less bigger because I did not prune it. But when it's not too bigger, right, it put more fruit, it's more productive. See, the note is closer, so you can tell tree that less or more bigger by look at the spacing note. So it's a bit long, it's high bigger, it's tight, it's low bigger. But low bigger, more fruit here. And this is just Breva, not ready yet, maybe next week. I have picked one, but it's underripe and it's not that good. Alright, so for the tree, it's quite a low bigger, especially for the lower leaf, lower branch, but it fruiting every branch also. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This is a Corydon Ramada. Get some sizing up already. The fruit not gonna be ripe anytime soon. Might be mid-September because it's one of the latest one. But this far in the season, and it has this side of the fruit, it likely promising. So this not quite productive, right? Very low. One branch, one fruit. Another branch got 2 fruit. Same thing. I pinch quite early, since like what, May or late May, early June, and it only keep just to put out fruitlet. Same thing, another 3. This gonna be lost, so it won't be ripe because this is take a long time to ripe. But this one maybe work, maybe ripe at least maybe October, I don't know. Same thing with this guy. So this tree is not so productive. Moving on to the Black Madeira. My Black Madeira fruit quite early this season. It got a good size figlet already there, and for this they're gonna be a loss for sure. This might be hanging on the edge, you know. If we get a hot and dry falls, maybe this gonna be ripe, but I doubt it because the moment it get a cool night temperature, it gonna split open. This will be okay. Same thing with this and this and this. For the small branch here, it's low vigor but it's productive. So when it's low vigor, the node closer to each other, it has a lot more fruit. Unlike the top here, like more vigor, it's not productive. Like this one, for example, I reported this Black Madeira earlier in the season, and it doesn't like it at all. It only vigors, but no figlet. Only one on this branch, and I doubt it would ripe this one because it's gonna be very late, very long. On the opposite side, unlike that one, this one also Black Madeira. There is a forming a tree form. It get quite good size. I pinch the tree, so yeah, this good. This one might be, maybe not. Lower there. So this season I am likely to have some Black Madeira to taste. This also. And the last Black Madeira type is one of Preto. It's very vigor, but not very productive. Only what, 2 fruit on this branch, 1 small there, 1 small. This branch is so small also. It's unlikely to be ripe on time, and the rest only vegetated growth. So Preto, not that impressive this season, but the last season it produced really well. This is White Madeira number 1. It low vigor again, very bad looking, but it have a lot of fruit, looking good. This Corydon Noir, this likely to be lost, even it this size already, but when it ripe in the late season, you know, when it cool nice, it gonna split open. But lower down there, it have a reasonable size, good size. It likely to be ripe, this one. Only that one that I have a high hope on. For the smaller one, I don't really hope on it. Even this size, this one might be too late. Turning around, this one is Corydon Blanc. Much better, but for the Corydon Blanc, it might be ripening just fine despite the cool air, or despite it's gonna be late in the season, right? For this one is I think it's gonna be ripe for sure, right? But lower to the branch here, quite a bit bigger, so that has me optimistic. This, I hope it's not gonna split, right? This is a Corydon Gigantina. After pinch one fruit, hopefully it's gonna ripe. This one unlikely, right? After pinch, it still put nice growth on back. Corydon Roja also pinch lower down there. Let's look at lower down there. More productive. That looking good. Hopefully again it's gonna ripe. The size is going to ripe, but this maybe not. On this side not too much. It put a lot of row, but not too much fruit. Only 2, 3 with the one in the back. That's all. Turn around Martinica Romana, one of my latest one, but after pinch and now it have this size, so it's going to ripe. Give me a good hope. I'm really hopeful with this one, but I doubt it's gonna ripe all of it. Maybe only a few that have a good size on it. This might be too late. This one also might be, but I'm gonna leave it there. But this one, it's almost certain that it won't be ripe on time, but this one is for sure. I can be just ping it off, but just leave it there. Same thing with this branch, quite productive. This much is not really as productive as the first season, but that's good enough. And here the loser, Botasol Negra Ramada. I love this tree, but this season it won't be any fruit for me to eat because it only put out vegetate grow, not fruit, nothing at all. Lower there it try to establish itself, so let it go. I won't pinching, I won't bother this tree. That's likely the only tree that I don't cut or I don't pinch at all. So yeah, this season I won't bother to bring inside the house like last season. I will just let it go its own, but the next season I will force to grow. I will force it to fruits. This is a Montignac Verde, quite productive, not the most vigorous tree, but look how it set fruit. Every single node there, same thing, every branch, every fruit. This Thermalito, it has a few fruits, but it just start to turn back to growing vegetate grow. It put out a lot of grow lately rather than put out fruit there. I have a few of it gonna be ripe, but the one that I do a hand pollination, it just turned yellow. It's likely to fall off. I'm not sure it's why it turned this yellow like this. Maybe it's too small that I do a pollination. I'm not sure. Maybe too much of the solution. I don't know what the reason, but it's likely to drop. This is the zone 1 grown. It's good production, not the most impressive, but well, quite a bit of fruit here and there, right? I do pinch this tree so it can produce on time, and they're looking good. It has a few fruit every node it has, right? So this might be ripe on time. It look like a good size, but it only swelling or turn out from figlet recently. Like this, I don't think it's gonna be ripe on time. For this, the zone worm ground seem to hit with the fig mosaic virus, and I cut it on top, top it off, so it only branch out and kind of bigger. That's why it's really late to set up to set fruit. Yeah, small one might be ripe on time. This no. This might be yes. This no. Okay, so if we compare to the Desmos ground, it also get hit with the fig mosaic virus, but this one it seems to be more mature, that it can put out fruit quite faster. Now move on to Violet Day Soleil. So the tree on top here is very bigger, a lot of vegetate grow, but no figlets, only one down there. So that's the lesson, right? Bigger, no fruit. Less bigger, fruit. It's not always true, but many of my trees take this route, right? So for the young shoot, barely see any fruit. Right, 2 figlet there, one more sizable there, might be going to drop, I don't know. But for the old branch, right, that from last season, it's quite productive. Also this side, and another branch that also old branch. It's looking good. For Violet Day Bordeaux, I just finished harvesting Breva. It produced some of the best, some of the biggest Breva, and it despite it was raining so much, it still had good flavor and quite sweet. Not the sweetest, but you know, for Breva, I would say it's a very good Breva. And the size of it, oh boy, it's a jumbo. And I know that this season, even the main crop is quite big. So this season, I'm really impressed with Violet Day Bordeaux. And that's only one side of the tree. Another side of the tree, it's loaded with fruit. Beautiful, beautiful color. Nice blush red, right? And everywhere. Very good. Look at this shot. Very good, this one. Lower there, not as much as sun this branch can get, but it also produces well. Okay, turn to the right a little bit. This is a super jumbo DK. It's huge. It produces huge fruit. This double. I almost guarantee you that all of the fruit that it bear this season gonna be ripe. Might be these two last one not, but from this side up, it would definitely ripe. Last season it bear quite a lot of fruit also, but because it was a first season, it quite late and it doesn't have any flavor. I hope this season it reclaim its reputation, or give me a better hope with this variety, because look at the size of the fruit, and that's when it ready to ripe, when it's swell, it's gonna be double or triple the size of this. And this ginormous, I love big figs, but I don't know how it's going to taste, right? So yeah, exciting for this tree also. Turn around. This is a Socorro Black. This variety is one of the most productive, if not the most productive. It's produced every node, every branch, everywhere. Everyone that has this variety seems to agree that it produces good. I have, doesn't matter where the branch is, and even down there, right down there, new branch, old branch, it has fruits, and the size of it also a good size, and boy, the flavor also good. So I don't know why this variety doesn't seem to get that much attention. Maybe it's not the most expensive, I don't know. Okay, next to it is a golden rainbow. Some people say same thing with yellow long neck. Whatever their theory, I don't care. I have this variety, and if you have yellow long neck, just keep it. Don't have to bother get this one or the vice versa, right? And this variety I also like it because it's a big fruit, and look how beautiful the fruits seem to be a very nice shape and good size. This is almost look like a double note, but it's not. Right, and on the left here is another Olympian, the mother tree that had a bigger root ball. It produced a bit more than the smaller tree, but this one almost a guarantee that all of the fruit gonna ripe. Alright, we almost finished with our tree now. So this is a campanile. It's loaded with fruit. Last season I got one or two, I don't remember. Yeah, like one, because it doesn't hold that well. But this season it's load with fruit from down there all the way at the end of the tips. And again, every branch there, despite it seemed to be get hit with the fig mosaic virus, it still produce a cluster of fruit, right? Every branch. And this tree I don't need to paint. It's quite early, so next season leave it alone, do it business, right? The tree I do paint. I just want to see what will be the difference, right? But to my learning, if now don't need to paint, it clear the results. Okay, and the last but not least is my slip caprific male. I just harvest it fruit for hand pollination. So those are my majority of fig tree this season, but I want to give you a quick look at some of the other tree or fruit that I'm growing. So for this strawberry, this time of the year it's still producing, and it ripening one of its fruits, not quite at peak yet, but still has some fruit to try. And here more new one, right? Still flowering. This is ever bearing, and there another one. For this season, my strawberry, since I put back in the container, I really enjoy it, because last season I grow in ground, slug get all over it, but this seems to be my solution for now. Oh, I have a caterpillar that tried to eat my strawberry. Who doesn't like it, right? Oh, this one is ready. Pick one, taste later on. Okay, so that's really nice. And this size, you know, it's just like around the fig tree. So if I don't grow strawberry here, this space is just a waste of space, that's it. But since I try to squeeze in strawberry, despite it gets some shade, right? Not much sun, it still produce some berry for me. So yeah, try to squeeze every inch of the garden as possible, right? Okay, a quick look at the dragon fruits. Since I take them out, it got sunburn, you know, cool air exposure, and it's not doing that great on the last season branch, but the heat really pushed out the new growth. And maybe later in the season, you know, by the time it late fall or late summer or fall, maybe it's going to start bearing fruit, because look at the branch, look at the size of the growth. really nice, really well. And this much of branch I already thinning them already. Otherwise it was a lot more than this, quite like almost half of it that I cut it off. Moving further along there, some of the other tree, right? Really quick on citrus is have a lot of flower, but this is the first time this tree have flower. Maybe second time, but never hold any fruit. But it get hit with scale. I try to spray with neem oil, but one time I did, and it still doesn't show anything yet. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do next. This is also a citrus. Moving on along, more citrus. This citrus, it was holding quite a few baby fruits, but now it also dropped it. All of my citrus get hit with scale, regardless which one, they all get. But this is just a new more growth, it's much healthier. Okay, so around this they all are citrus and some new strawberry. And for the last but not least, right, let me pan around there. These are Melanero. Well, New York City they have Billionero, but for my garden I have Melanero. Quite a few different variety. I have Kahari. This last season I grow it, but it doesn't taste good because I think I underwater them and the plant stress out, so our result it doesn't produce any sweetness, but it have very nice fragrance. So 1, 2 for now, right? Some more baby melon coming, but the one that look like a melon for that tree only 2, but on this side it quite a few of them. Here like 3, 4 together, next together, and on that side, right? And look at this. This seems to be the first one to do bear, and very good sign. So this new way or new style that I'm growing melon, I put my 15-gallon pot and do some pole, right, trailer, like try to tie them back up and tie the melon up. Hopefully it's strong enough to hold all this beautiful melon. Alright folks, that's all I got. This is like more of the document for myself, and also I hope you like to see how it progress in terms of now and then. So yeah, that's all I got, but I'm very excited for this season because look how my fig really doing. They everywhere I look, it's a lot of fruit. Hopefully the rain doesn't ruin or spoil all of my hard work. Really looking forward to try one of these. Okay folks, thank you, see you next video. Bye bye.